We are Onyx Imaging. We are the highest rated and most reviewed printer service center in Oklahoma.
Hi, my name is John with Onyx Imaging. Today we're going to take a look at this HP CP1518 printer, and we're going to talk about some common causes of paper jams. More specifically, we're going to talk about common causes of paper jams that happen because of issues inside of your paper tray. So the first thing you want to do is we're going to go ahead and pull this paper tray all the way out. Now that we have the paper tray out, I'm also going to go ahead and take the paper out of it so we can look at the bottom of this paper tray. Now, if you look inside of this paper tray, you'll see there's three adjusting tabs that can slide back and forth inside this tray. And what those are for is for changing this paper tray for whichever specific size piece of paper you're using in this paper tray. So it's very important. On the bottom here, you'll see indications for different sizes of paper. That you want to make sure that all these little indications are set on the marking for the size paper you're using. So in our case, we're using a standard 8.5 by 11 or letter paper. So we want to make sure that everything is set on 8.5 by 11 or letter, which in this case it is. If not, you're just going to want to slide this back and forth and make sure it's set right on that little line. If you're finding that it's not locking in position, it moves around a lot, then there could be an issue with something being broken. But for the most part, that shouldn't be an issue, and you can set that to whichever size piece of paper you need for this tray. Once you have that done, another very, very common thing that we see comes from adding paper into your paper tray. So what tends to happen is you have a couple sheets left at the bottom of the paper tray, and then you go to add your next stack of paper on top of it. You put it about halfway in, and you go to kind of push it and slide it into the back of the tray. And what will happen is this paper kind of curls up on the back, and what will happen is that squeezes that paper inside of that paper tray, which causes the paper to be way too tight inside of the paper tray, and it's going to make it very difficult for the paper pickup assembly to pull paper through properly. So it's very, very important that you make sure whenever you add paper into the paper tray, you give it a quick visual inspection and make sure it's a nice, clean, even stack on all four sides. You don't see any paper curled up anywhere. If you do, please take a second and remove it. It'll go a long, long way as far as reducing the amount of paper jams you're getting. And then another very common thing that we see is from adding too much paper inside of this paper tray. So if you look on all three of those little adjustment tabs that we were talking about earlier, there's a little tab that pokes inward towards the paper tray. And what those are for is for showing you the maximum amount of paper that you can fit inside this paper tray. So you never want to stack paper above these little marks. If you do, what's going to happen is it causes the paper to be way too close and way too tight up against the paper pickup assembly, making it very, very difficult for the paper to be pulled through the printer properly. So if you notice right after you replace paper, you're getting a lot of paper jams, and then after a while it starts getting a little bit better and a little bit better and a little bit better. That's probably because you're overfilling this paper tray, and it's not good for the printer, and I'm sure it causes a lot of headaches where you have to deal with all these paper jams. So it's very, very important. I usually say it's a good idea to leave a small gap between your top sheet of paper and this maximum fill line. Again, that'll go a very long way as far as reducing the amount of paper jams you're getting. Now, if you've done all three of those things and you're still getting very consistent paper jams that just doesn't seem to matter what you do, they just keep coming back, there's a good chance, especially if you've had this printer for a while and you can't remember the last time it's been maintenance, or it's been a while since it's been maintenance, there's a good chance that the rollers are worn and need to be replaced. If that's the case, please feel free to give Onyx a call. We'd love to help you out with that. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to Onyx, and we'd love to help answer those for you as well. Or if there's any way we can help supply with any of your printer office supply needs, we would love to supply this for you also. We hope you have a great day and you're back up and printing. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. If you're interested in how you can receive free labor on all of your service calls, as well as how to qualify for free printer upgrades, contact us today. We are here for all of your printer and office supply needs.